Oh, we are the valiant infantry. We are the alpha team with passion and camaraderie. Hear us as we shout at the top of our lungs. Be calm, be bold, and raise your guns.
Heyo, Godzooky here, and today I will be giving my first impressions upon completing EDF World Brothers and playing some online. World Brothers is the newest release in the cult classic Japanese third-person shooter series, Earth Defense Force. It is a spin-off that takes the silly B-movie inspired antics of the EDF series and turns them up to 11 and includes silly voxel art and a bunch of meta references to past games.
I still can't believe the actual Lightning Alpha himself is here fighting with us.
Right? They didn't even put me in the sequel to Insect Armageddon.
Iron Rain was not a sequel to Insect Armageddon.
It is similar enough to the mainline games where it won't disappoint veteran players, but also adds enough variety to keep it interesting. This also means new players who decide to go back and play the earlier entries or play 6 when it comes out will not be thrown for a complete loop. I'll start with the story, as it's pretty basic like most EDF games, and I'm not going to get into spoilers. In this game, a new invader known as Dark Tyrant has blown the world into 6 different pieces and brought several enemies from EDF's past games to help with his takeover. Your team is tasked with going around the world and recruiting help for the EDF and rebuilding the world piece by piece. As you recruit brothers and sisters to help the EDF, you can have them join your team. Some of these recruits are a bit more stereotypical than others, but let's just move past that. Similar to other EDF games, you select a loadout, select a difficulty, deploy into the mission, and proceed to shoot hundreds of bugs, robots, and flying saucers. In this game, your loadout consists of 4 characters, each with a unique special ability and a unique character ability. Each character can also carry one weapon picked from a pool that depends on their class and level. The character abilities have a wide range of effects, from the standard dodge roll on the infantry to laying down barriers that can block enemy attacks. While these character abilities recharge on their own after use, the SP moves are different. The SP moves require you to build meter that can be obtained from killing enemies or obtaining special yellow crates that are dropped from enemies. These tend to either be buffs for an individual, buffs for the team, or a large-scale attack with a huge AoE. This, plus the fact that you can attach each character with a charm that will affect various different stats in different ways, means loadout diversity is significantly higher than in previous EDF games, which gets turned up to 11 when you have 4 players all controlling their 4 unique characters. However, if you want, you can be that guy who just has wing divers, fencers, or infantry. As you progress, each mission will have a set amount of brothers and sisters you can rescue, whose equipment will vary from a pool based on difficulty and class. Unlike mainline EDF games, this is the only way to get new equipment. All units rescued will start at level 1, and if you rescue the same unit again in a different mission, their level will go up, expanding the pool of weapons they can choose from. Also different from mainline EDF games is the way you raise armor. Any teammate brought on a mission will get a set amount of armor raised based on their class and the difficulty of the mission upon completing said mission. Now on to complaints that probably won't mean much to new players. However, veteran players will not enjoy the fact that you have to beat the game before you can start hardest, and you have to beat hardest before you can start Inferno. However, there are only 60 missions, making it just over half as long as EDF 5, and completion progress counts on online and offline equally. World Brothers is a fun offshoot of the EDF universe filled with all the bug murder that fans would expect. It's both accessible for new players and has a lot of fan service and references for returning players. I definitely recommend it to EDF fans, but by the time this video is up, they probably already have it. But if you're new to this series and you think arcadey Japanese third-person shooting at giant insects sounds like a good time, I highly recommend you hop on this shit, cause EDF 6 is just around the corner.